This program on CCS-TV is presented by Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, a community resource.
Thank you for joining me at CCS-TV. I'm Connor Johnson, and I'm joined by my grandpa here, Ryan Murphy.
Hello, everybody.
We are here at the Fenton History Museum to see the new exhibit, what it was like here during World War II.
Let's go inside and take a look.
Yeah.
We're having a World War II Homefront exhibit that features Jamestown and all the things that went on the Homefront while World War II was going on in other places. So it involves the soldiers, the men and women who enlisted or were drafted, but it mostly features the various things that were going on in Jamestown that because once Pearl Harbor was attacked on December 7th, 1941, everything changed. And so nothing was the same as it was the day before. And as things proceeded and people realized what had to be done, life was very, very different from what it is, or what it was.
I understand a lot of people from Jamestown participated in the war. I know many veterans or their descendants that are friends of mine. How did the absence of those males who got drafted affect the life here in town and the employment?
It affected it a great deal, but that is when women were invited, and especially recruited, if you can say that, to go to the factories. We had many factories in Jamestown who switched over and did defense work during World War II, and the men had left those jobs and were either drafted or enlisted, and so those jobs needed to still be done. They had roles to do, and so that's when women really were allowed to leave the home and go ahead and work in the factories and things in Jamestown. And without their help, honestly, where would we be? Because the men had left. They were in harm's way themselves. And it also changed a lot because so many of those soldiers did not come home, and they knew early in the war the ones who had died. And so there was a lot of sadness in the town, but yet there was so many other things that were going on, and it's amazing. It's an amazing story.
Many young people today, or young adults, may not realize what the draft was and how it affected families. Today we have an all-volunteer army in America, but back then they had a lottery system where you got a number, and if your number was called, you went. And I can tell you my father-in-law, William Rohrbeck, had a wife and 2 small children, and he got drafted at 36 years old and was sent overseas to Germany to participate in the fighting. So that was probably a big disruptor of many families.
Oh yeah, and scary. Very scary for everybody. But there were also younger men, 17. You could enlist when you were 17. You wouldn't be going overseas at 17, but you could enlist at 17, and there were a lot of contingents of 17-year-olds that we would find newspaper articles about, 41 17-year-olds enlisted. It's scary. I'm sure their parents were scared to death.
I know some young people even lied about their age to get into the Army.
That happened. Yeah, a lot. I would like to show Connor here some of the things that the young people did, because when you think of Homefront, you think of mostly adults and adult participation. But just around the corner, we have an exhibit of the different things that young people did when they were still in school. So Connor, I would love to show you this milkweed exhibit that we have here. One of the things that I personally learned during this whole thing, as I've been researching things for this exhibit, was that the collection of milkweed pods was a huge deal for kids your age and for kids younger than you and for anybody older than you. If people had milkweeds on their property, they were asked to harvest the pods. And the reason they did that was because years earlier, the vest, the life jacket that you see here, life vest, was from the kapok tree. And it also had a fibrous, similar to milkweed, fluff to it. And it was buoyant, and they made these life jackets out of that. But that particular area was occupied by Japan for World War II, so that didn't work out for the U.S. military. So pretty much right off the bat, they decided that the closest thing that would help to make the life vests was the milkweed pods, and it was a huge deal to try to get them all picked and get them dried. And so you'll see that there's a picture up here of two boys who are so happy to show off their milkweed. They used onion sacks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the government supplied those. And so they were huge, and they filled those with their milkweed pods and hung them up, and then they had to dry out. And then so there's the milkweed there that they wanted them to fluff, and not mold. And so then they can ship those off on the train, and those became the new life jackets. So yay. So even kids in school were allowed to, the teacher would say, okay, we're going to go and pick milkweeds. And they did. You could get out of school to go pick milkweeds. Can you believe it? So
those were grown locally?
Oh, yeah. And so it turns out that the Northeast is a huge, or was, especially during World War II, a huge area to collect the milkweeds. And so they really were after Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, 4-H, all the kids groups, church groups, school groups, anybody that could go out and pick them and dry them and get them on the train.
It's a fascinating piece of information. Thank you.
It is, and I love that picture of those two boys.
Who would think that?
I know. And here's the other thing. So they got kids interested in it by putting this ad, or similar to it, on the last page in the comic books. So the kids would see that, and they'd say, oh, I can do that.
At Wegmans, we've crafted our new sandwiches with layers and layers of deliciousness. Each one is made fresh with our very best ingredients, like hearty breads made with grains from near our stores, premium cheeses, and freshly carved meats. We've packed big, delicious flavor into every bite for sandwiches that are endlessly good.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
Schultz is the place where you can not only find your next new car, you can customize it exactly how you want it. Build a vehicle from one of your favorite brands. Secure rebates and incentives and expect delivery within 6 to 8 weeks. Get the keys to your ride in-store or in your own driveway and enjoy a year of complimentary Schultz Auto Care. Walk in to view our exciting inventory of vehicles arriving daily, or schedule your digital consultation online today to discover why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
What's life like in Chautauqua County? It's where small-town charm meets world-class culture, where your downtime gets an upgrade across miles of lakes, state parks, and vibrant local vineyards, where you can live the high life at a low cost as your dollars go further and your roots grow deeper. Whether you're building a business or advancing your career, settling down or settling up, choose Chautauqua County, where every step you take is toward the life you love. Start your next chapter at livechq.org.
Okay, Barb, what can you tell us about the room we're in now?
Well, this is the Fenton family parlor. So the other room that we were in was the drawing room, which the Fenton guests would go to. But this is the room where the family would be in the evenings and or during the day. But this is like a living room compared to for you, like it was the family parlor in the 1800s, late 1800s. And so the ladies would do needlework or read, and there was conversation, and the fire would be going in the fireplace if it was wintertime.
Could you tell me why you have a wedding dress in here?
I can tell you that. So for the World War II Homefront in Jamestown exhibit that we have right now, this morning we had a medal ceremony that involved Fred Johansson, and he was in World War II, and he had a secret mission. And I won't go into the whole thing now because it's a secret. But during World War II, he was actually he was recruited because his parents were Swedish. He still spoke Swedish himself, and he was a medic, and that made him just right for this special secret mission that he was going to be on. And but the wedding dress is here because his girlfriend also worked for the same place in Washington, D.C. that he did, which was called the Office of Strategic Services. And that would be the secret part. She was a secretary, but he was in the scary stuff, really scary. And so when they came back, or when he came back, they were married, and so her dress is made out of his parachute, and with satin panels in, so it's not all see-through. And the funny thing is, she lived in Fluvanna, and he lived in Jamestown, but they didn't meet until they were in Washington, D.C., both of them working for that same Office of Strategic Services. Yeah. So that's kind of a neat thing, don't you think? Yeah. Anyway, so the pictures on the table there are Fred Johansson and their wedding picture. So, and the article here explains about her dress, and it explains that it was made from the parachute that he parachuted into Norway with when he was in the service. And of course, no Americans were in Norway at that time. No, they weren't there.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
Experience the difference buying your next pre-owned ride at Schultz. Certified technicians ensure every vehicle has up-to-date maintenance and reconditioning to make our pre-owned inventory like new again. Most pre-owned purchases include a limited lifetime engine warranty and 1 year of complimentary service. Explore Schultz extended warranty options for even more peace of mind on the road. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
What's life like in Chautauqua County? It's where small-town charm meets world-class culture, where your downtime gets an upgrade across miles of lakes, state parks, and vibrant local vineyards, where you can live the high life at a low cost as your dollars go further and your roots grow deeper. Whether you're building a business or advancing your career, settling down or settling up, choose Chautauqua County, where every step you take is toward the life you love. Start your next chapter at livechq.org.
Barb, we're in the furniture room of the Fenton History Center. What can you tell us about the connection between furniture and World War II?
Well, there were many furniture companies in Jamestown, but the one that we've highlighted for the exhibit, for the Homefront exhibit, is Jamestown Lounge. And who would ever think, really, that a furniture company would be involved in defense? Mm-hmm. But they were big time, and because they Jamestown Lounge made rifle stocks for the military. And so we have on display a series of photos that take the hunks of wood, blocks of wood, and shows you all the way through the final product. And so one of the things was they loved the fact that whether it was the factories or the furniture companies, they loved the fact that they were helping to win the war from home.
Well, I noticed the really cool flags behind us.
Yes.
What do they have to do with everything, like with furniture?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because so for this exhibit, it's not just furniture that's in this room. We also have information about the various factories in town who did defense work, and they did different things for different branches of the service. And so this was an Army-Navy banner that was earned by Hope's Windows. And so during the war, Hope's Windows made different parts for war for the Navy, and so on their ships. And so a lot of it was to make their electrical equipment, radar and sonar, waterproof. And their doors, you know, to keep the water from going through. And so they had a lot more equipment on the ships during the war than normally they would have. And so they had to keep it waterproof. And so Hope's did that with the different things that they manufactured. And so this Army-Navy, this E award, the E is for excellence. And so if your factory received one of these, it was a big deal. And they would compete against the different factories to see who would do it first and how many they could receive. But so this was hanging at Hope's Windows until just a little bit ago. They've loaned it to us for this exhibit, and they're eager to receive it back again when we're done. So.
I know there's World War II was like, I don't know, maybe 100 years ago. So they had a lot of differences in technology.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, so your cell phone reminds me that you get emergency alerts on your phone right now.
Yeah.
But back during World War II, and especially during the, Homefront here in Jamestown, what they had to alert people to the emergencies was the air raid siren. And so they were on different buildings all through Jamestown, around City Hall, and we even had one here at the Fenton History Center. And so when they got the alert, it would come through the phone, and they would turn all the air raid sirens on. Fortunately, there was never any enemy planes, that came here or anything, so they never had to be used for that purpose. But this particular one was one of 4, and it was on the bell tower at the First Presbyterian Church. So I can't imagine how loud it was with 4 of them right there on the bell tower. I know, but they were pointed in different directions, so that would help. So you have your cell phone, but they didn't have that then.
They didn't have this where
Right.
you get or stuff like that.
But that was incredibly loud.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a megaphone that cops or stuff use.
A little bit more than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Experience the difference buying your next pre-owned ride at Schultz. Certified technicians ensure every vehicle has up-to-date maintenance and reconditioning to make our pre-owned inventory like new again. Most pre-owned purchases include a limited lifetime engine warranty and 1 year of complimentary service. Explore Schultz extended warranty options for even more peace of mind on the road. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
At Wegmans, we've packed our fresh and delicious salads with incredible flavor. Each one is made with our very best ingredients, like fresh greens, imported cheeses, and our signature dressings. We've packed big, delicious flavor into every bite for salads that are endlessly good.
We're upstairs now, and this room is basically for the wars and whatnot, but in here you guys have a special exhibit for the war, World War II.
Well, we do. And so what I would like to show you right behind you here are 2 books that are from photos that were taken by Globe Studio. And Globe Studio was right here in Jamestown. And during World War II, they offered to take free pictures of service members. And they, you couldn't order 8x10s and wallet size for your friends. It was to have a picture to put updates about the service members in the paper. So it was especially for the paper. And so the service members and men and women would have their pictures taken in their uniforms before they went off, before they were deployed or wherever they were going. And so it's so important that to have these photos. They're wonderful photos, and sometimes if that soldier died, this is the only photo that existed of them in their uniform. So sometimes when I'm doing research for people and somebody, their soldier had died, and I always look through these books to see if I can find a picture of that soldier, and then, because they would, unless they had the newspaper clipping update, they wouldn't have that picture. And even if they had the newspaper update, it's grainy and it's brown and everything, and it's hard to see. But look how nice these pictures are, and those are excellent pictures. And so it was a wonderful thing that Globe Studios did, and the pictures are priceless.
That was an awesome time. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it was very informative, and I learned so much from our tour guide, Barb Cessna, who was on the staff here at the Fenton History Center. If you'd like to learn more, stop by and visit the center or check out their website.
From CCS-TV, I'm Connor Johnson.
And I'm Ron Murphy.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
CCS-TV isn't just a television channel. It's a powerful extension of Collaborative Children's Solutions, a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering children with the tools they need to unleash their full potential. Our mission is to spark the flames of passion for broadcasting within the young minds of tomorrow. We believe in providing authentic, hands-on experiences in the field of broadcasting, allowing children to explore their creativity and communication skills in a supportive environment. Tune in to CCS-TV for a unique blend of educational and entertaining content created by the brilliant minds of our young broadcasters. From informative shows to imaginative storytelling, every program is crafted with the intention of fostering curiosity, self-expression, and a love for learning. CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures. Student interns are welcome. Learn more at ccs-tv.com.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
We get how uncertain the future is. We've come of age in a complex world, face to face with problems we didn't create. So what's going to happen next? We are. Because our future is the future. The life we have chosen has prepared us for this. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day. We're going to save families from disasters and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny. We invite you to join us. The next greatest generation is now.
Market value pricing means you save more at Schultz Auto Group. Search for your next vehicle in person or online within our dealer network, now with an even greater selection of EVs. MVP means you'll get the best deals within our market. Schultz brings the showroom to you with optional, personalized virtual walk-around, remote financing, DMV services, and home delivery. 50 years experience with modern customer care. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
This is CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.